This UI was made completely using AI. But a question I had was, how much Robux can I make in one day selling GUI made using AI? And can you even make a living from this? My only goal for this entire day is to make 10,000 Robux selling these GUIs by any means possible. Okay, there's only one rule to this challenge, that all GUI sold has to be made by AI. Luckily today we're going to be using one of the most overpowered AIs for making Roblox GUIs, Forge GUI. Throughout this video, you guys are going to see the different methods we tried to sell these GUIs and how quick we were even able to make them. So let's just go straight into the challenge. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is actually make the GUI. I'm going to be making a simple pet simulator UI to begin with. In my experience, using this AI is pretty simple. There are 3 different modes you could use. There's a GUI mode, thumbnail mode, and icon GFX mode. In this video, we're going to be in the GUI mode since we're trying to make game UI. The first prompt I'm going to give Forge is, create a Roblox pet simulator style inventory with a dotted line around the frame. Okay, after pressing enter, we're just gonna need to give it a couple seconds to think. After around 30 to 40 seconds, it finally gave us our first generation. I'm just gonna scale this up so we can see it properly. Okay, at the moment, the UI looks okay, but I don't really like how it looks. I'm gonna give Forge a couple more prompts and hopefully we can get something we like. I gave it another prompt asking it to remove the pets, items, and boost tabs. And this is how it looks without those tabs. I also did ask it to make the inventory header end like somewhere in the middle. I do kind of like how it's looking right now, but I'm going to give it more prompts to make a few more adjustments. Okay, so the last prompt I gave it was a bit vague. This is why it added all these squares. So I'm going to give it another prompt and hopefully this one can get us closer to our final design. Remove all the squares in the frame and add a search button at the top right. I also want you to add an equip best, delete mode, and filter button. After giving it that exact prompt, our UI was looking perfect. Now that we have the design for our inventory frame, the next thing we're going to need to do is isolate every single thing that's going to be an individual button. The easiest way to do it in my experience is to take a screenshot of the button, click on upload, and add it into our project. Once you've done that, you have to select the button and then prompt Forge to isolate it. It's as easy as just typing isolate red exit button. Now that we have all our buttons isolated, I'm going to give it one more prompt to remove all the buttons from the actual frame. Oh my days, we basically have a complete GUI. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I'm just gonna duplicate the inventory frame and ask it to make the frames the actual pets are going to be inside. Okay, they look pretty okay, so I'm just gonna quickly isolate them and then we'll move on to Roblox Studio. Like we did last time, screenshot, upload, isolate, and you have your frame. We now have all the frames we need, so we're gonna go into Roblox Studio and put them all together. To save all the files we just made, all you have to do is press on export zip, which is on the top right of your screen. Here are other examples of GUI Forge can make. And if you guys want to try it out, the link will be in the description. Okay, as soon as you open Roblox Studio, this is going to be very simple, so just follow along. You're going to want to add a screen GUI under starter GUI. Since our main inventory frame is a PNG, I'm going to add an image label and then add our background frame. To get the proper scaling, just go under properties and search scale type and set the image label type to fit. Then you're just going to increase the size until it's exactly what you want. After that, the next thing we're going to do is add all the buttons into our frame. So I added an image button for the exit button, added an aspect ratio constraint since it's always going to be square. Then I duplicated the exit button, moved it down to make the other 3 buttons. You should make sure to always rename your layers to stay organized. To bring it all together so it's closer to an actual pet simulator inventory, I'm going to add a scrolling frame, and inside that scrolling frame, I'm going to add another image button for the pet frame. If we're going to have any chance of getting an actual sale with this UI, I added 2 text labels inside the pet frame, one to display the name of the pets and the other one to show what level that pet actually is. And the final thing we had to add was the image label inside the image button to display the actual pet. I went back into Forge GUI because I wanted to make a custom icon for the pet inventory. Can you make a pet inventory icon? After giving it a couple seconds to think, it made a very unique and beautiful icon. I exported the image as a zip file and then imported it into Roblox Studio. This would now be the icon we'd need to click on to actually open the inventory. After everything looked exactly how I wanted, if you're wondering why there's more pet frames, I just duplicated them just to see how it would look with a bunch of pets inside the inventory. But for the final version, we only had 1 pet frame, which was ideally going to be used by the local script as a template pet frame. Okay, I think we are officially done, and this is how it came out.
Je passe toutes les nuits à marcher dans les rues et je laisse mon ennui le long des avenues.
Okay, the first method we're going to try is just posting about it in the Discord community and see if anybody would be interested in spending a couple of Robux to actually buy the UI. I also attached a little video just so they see how it actually looks in Roblox Studio. I actually first had to upload the UI to my template website as a RBXM file. So as soon as the person buys it from the website, they automatically get the file that they can import into Roblox Studio. And since the website can't take actual Robux, if a person purchases the UI from the website for $5, that would be the equivalent to 500 Robux. Okay, I've just made the actual post and hopefully in a few hours, somebody buys it. But while we wait to see if this method is actually going to work, I'm going to be moving on to method number 2. The second method we're going to be trying is literally the same as the first, but we're going to be posting it onto Twitter. Literally every single day I open up Twitter, there's a random developer with little to no followers posting about selling their UI. But the thing is, the little comments they do get are people who are actually interested in buying it. So I'm going to be making my own post and I'm going to be using the little montage you guys saw earlier about the complete UI. Then in the caption, I'm just gonna put my website link. Hopefully in a few hours, just like our first method, a random person out there somehow just needs the UI and buys it from our shop. I'm gonna check in with you guys later and hopefully we've made some progress. Okay, it's been about like 12 hours and so far none of our attempts actually worked. I'm going to try one last method and hopefully we can make at least 1,000 Robux and try save the challenge. I know it's not 10,000, but we have to at least make something. This is method number 3. For our third and final method, we're going to be trying to find a GUI commission job. I'm going to be looking for jobs where the game is similar to a pet simulator so this UI can go hand in hand. Hopefully, we don't need to remake the UI from scratch and they like what we already have. I started messaging a bunch of developers I knew who were working on a pet simulator type game to see if they would be interested in me making the shop GUI for their game. And after sending 20 messages, I finally got a reply. I will pay you 10k Robux for 3 working frames. I first sent in the inventory GUI we already had and the guy actually liked it. Then I had to work on 2 more frames, which was the shop UI and the daily rewards UI. I wasn't able to get any video of the working UI in Roblox. That's only because he doesn't want me leaking his game. But here are the frames while they were in Forge GUI. And after trying to sell UI for the entire day, we finally made it.
Je passe toutes les nuits à marcher dans les rues